see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your fight. Now go out there and take it.
What this college needs is a good football team. And you can't have a good football team unless you have good football players. My boy, I think you've got something there, and I'll wait outside until you clean it up.
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily and Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily and Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got you covered. Screen printing and more in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Got you covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 800 Highway 72 West, Suite K in Athens. Got you covered. Screen printing and more. Be listening for Limestone County area high school basketball this season from Play Action Sports. Hear coverage of girls and boys action from ABS, Ardmore, Clemens, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Lindsay Lane, Tanner, and West Limestone online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device or on your Play Action Sports app. Afterwards, you can download each game from the archives or stream it on demand. While you're there, check out our schedule of upcoming games. Limestone County area high school basketball from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is James Clemens, boys basketball coach Frankie Sullivan, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Hey, good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Tom McClung here, old Tomcat, alongside Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Bod Tumlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and this is our annual pre-Iron Bowl episode or show. What are you gonna call it?
Episode. Week early Iron Bowl show.
Not pre-Iron Bowl, week early Iron Bowl.
Well, it is pre, but that's what I call it. Week early. Because we are a week early.
Because we're out next week, right?
Yes. We've got a best of next week.
Yeah. I mean, next week if we were doing a show, it would probably be a
pre-Iron Bowl
show because it's before the game, you know.
But we've got a
I'm
great
just saying.
week before Iron Bowl.
Week early.
We have a
Somebody's
great
not paying attention
week
to Tailgate Talk's
early.
Facebook page.
Well, I wrote everything down.
He's been in Mayberry.
I've been in Mayberry all week, man.
Oh, that's right.
I miss Mayberry. Sitting on the porch drinking ice cold cherry Coke, and everything's black and white.
I watched about 4 episodes of it last night.
Did you really? I love it. Love it. Love it. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on and enter nominations for our Athlete of the Week and find the links to download our app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular podcast platforms. Call or text our show at, sorry, I got going too fast there, 256-8121-TGT. That's 256-812-1848. Our calling guests will come via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. No, that's Tony the Tiger, yeah. The special guest segment is sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. Okay, guys and gals, girls and boys, hips and hops, and
everybody in between.
And everybody in between. Looking forward to the show today. We, on our week early Iron Bowl show.
There you go.
We always feature a, thanks to producer extraordinaire. I don't think we could put extraordinaire emphasized enough with this cat. He gets some serious folks. Is it Jalston or Jalston? Jalston. Okay, I wrote it down correctly. Jalston Fowler, University of Alabama.
Friends call him Nudie. We'll have to ask him why they call him
N-U-T-I-E.
No, N-U-D-I-E.
Okay.
I noticed that when I went to
Really?
Yeah, we'll have to ask him about that.
You let y'all do that.
He may have run naked as a kid.
May have. Hey, as a kid, you can get away with it. Especially like 3-year-old little boy come running across the yard.
Yeah.
Hey, look at here. Hey, the Auburn special guest will be Jermaine Whitehead. He played with the lows and the highs. He didn't quite make the national championship year, but
he was on that one game.
That one. Hey, we got beat to Florida State, Jameis, that year. So
crab claws. Wasn't it?
Yeah, crab claws, crab legs. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He was hollering with them crab legs.
That one game.
That one game.
The one that what's his name is dancing into the end zone on the video after the touchdown. You talking about the kick six?
Yeah.
Oh no, that game that was a Ladarius Owens.
Owens
trying to do.
No, I'm not talking about him.
Prime time.
Yeah, I didn't say Jermaine was. That was the game that I was trying to remember which one it was.
That was his one win against Alabama.
That was his one win.
A good one to be there, I reckon.
I'll tell you what, I have not experienced the kick. 1982, or not 82, 85, Van Tiffin, the kick was the one that had broken my heart. All the others, the butt whoopings we got,
Oh, they don't,
they don't matter. They don't count. But that one last year, the 4 overtime game, comeback, that one ranks with not quite as maybe the comeback, but I would say it definitely ranks up there with the kick six for me.
Especially when you have to go for 2 all the time.
I know, right? It was difficult.
Yeah. And you mentioned that one. I had thought, coming up to the show that about some Iron Bowl memories that I have, and that one comes from a broadcast perspective because I was working at what was then WJMW on Hines Street, and we were carrying Auburn football, and I was the one manning the board, and this was kind of early in my radio days, so I'm just sitting there listening to the game, and then I realized, AM stations have to put their power down 2 hours before sunset, and so I'm just listening to the game, and then I realized, I forgot to put the power down. So I just go down and put the power down, and guy I worked with, y'all probably know him, Butch Menifee.
Yeah.
He called me and said, "Man, you should have just gone ahead and because it ended up I put the power down before the kick."
Oh my God!
So he said, he says, I'm just driving along, listening to it, and all of a sudden, boom, there it goes. And I never did know what happened until after the fact.
That's like,
so he said, you should have just left it up, And I
did
was
the
like,
same thing that NBC, whoever it was, put Heidi on.
I certainly, it wasn't quite the Heidi game, At least we finished, it was on the air. It just wasn't where he could hear it. But anyway.
So like Chris Stewart, when he's doing a game, he says, stations, we owe you a station break. That means you have to kick in a commercial, or you kick in your, this is WJMW.
They just means that we got to get caught up. We'll send you. It'll be your break or whatever.
Okay.
So we owe you one. It may not be coming right then.
So that's why y'all have to sit there and listen to the game.
Yes. Well, back in the day.
Yeah.
Now, now they send these little tones down from the network, and it just kicks the stuff off automatically.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Technology.
Gotta love
See, that's what in baseball, when they have to do rain delays, we'll send it back to the station. We'll be back in probably about 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Picture.
Oh, yeah. Those rain delays were like, thank
Everybody's
you, guys.
scrambling,
Of course, if you play music, you just go to music.
Yeah.
But
was it WKRP episode when Johnny Fever had let the radio, I don't know if he's in the bathroom or out smoking or something, and the radio's just silent.
Yeah.
And Andy and I was going, what's wrong with the radio? Why are we not broadcasting? Next thing you know, here comes Johnny Fever. This moment of silence has been brought to you.
Now, when I worked at Fox, and they would go into some kind of rain delay or something, either with NASCAR or baseball or whatever, that's even worse than radio, because you got to have something ready to play
and relevant. That somebody that you can at least keep people tuned to.
Yeah, well,
so
we might jump into
game.
Fresh Prince or something, but music's easier to jump into than a show.
Now we know.
Now we know the details behind the details.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, we also
that's how I got to be so extraordinary. Going through all that stuff.
You just didn't learn it overnight, did you?
No,
It's taking a while.
Now all you have to do is put up with these two. If they were as easy to work with as me, it'd be a different story.
That's true.
Sam Wallace and maybe Eric Smith will be here. Definitely got Sam, the Elkmont girls basketball coach, and Eric, the boys basketball coach, may possibly be here joining us here in studio. James, this guy right here has been on several times. James Clemens Jets wrestling coach Kevin Pecor is going to be joining us, and we'll have our regular visit with Clay Freak Daddy Coleman, voice of the Huntsville Havoc, and AP Steadham, our Swami of the SEC. And our local signee for this show will be West Limestone. Also, we'll do him as a quarterback. Yeah. He's a pitcher for West Limestone. Colin Patterson, he is signed with UAB.
Oh, wow.
Is it UAB or UAH?
UAB.
UAB. I did write to
Shauna Fletcher went with UAH.
Okay. Yeah.
I was trying to get her on, but they're playing in a tournament, I think, down south somewhere. So
sometimes
we'll
you just
get her on.
Get your priorities straight, I guess. So
yeah, she turned us down to play basketball.
Bigger name on the other line. That's all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after saying that, it's time to toss it over to our producer extraordinaire for
Scores and more.
All righty, basketball from last night. West Limestone beat Brooks in boys and girls game. The Wildcats won 48-36, and the Lady Wildcats had a little easier time with a 63-16 win. Tanner boys beat Elkmont 80-65, but the Lady Red Devils, another one of those blowout wins, 69-14 over Tanner. Lindsay Lane boys beat Falkville 45-42. James Clemens teams fell to Sparkman. The boys lost 59-50, and then it was a 44-20 win for Sparkman in the girls' game. And then Lauderdale County varsity team swept Lexington 56-35 in the boys' game, and 68-29 in the girls' game. And so we mentioned Colin Patterson signed with UAB baseball, and East Limestone Shauna Fletcher is going to play basketball at UAH. So congratulations to both of those. And next week is our best of Tailgate Talk Iron Bowl edition.
All right.
So I'll go back into the archives there and pick out some.
Who you pulling out?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I do not know. Sometimes it's not till
the interview with Steadham and Sheila was pretty good.
Yeah. And I'll probably replay last year's when we talked to Blake Sims, and I can't remember who else we talked to with him. But anyway, But that's coming up. Then upcoming, we've got Jermaine Jones, former Georgia and NBA small forward and power forward. He's also author of the book, The Last Man Standing Behind the Game. So he's coming up, I think, in 2 weeks. And then we'll be live at Buddy's Home Furnishings with John Copeland and Eric Curry.
Now, where is Buddy's Home Furnishings?
Right there by hometown.
That guy, right over there, on the old hometown?
Where the Athens Booter used to be.
Yeah, right there next to
Jefferson Street.
Next to Selena's Merle Norman.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, we'll be doing the show from there. I think that's December 10th. So there you go. Scores and more brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
And they done had Jack Mitchell's sign-in at Cambridge. I think it was.
Yeah, I think that. Yes, because I think they had his one week, and then they had Nolan Wolf the week after. And so, yeah, we've got to get those two on, too.
One's going to Sanford, one's going to Alabama and play a little golf.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, so maybe we can get them both on at the same time.
That's
and then
cool.
there's a few more signees we've got to get on.
And I seen where James Clemens boys beat Grissom the other night in a nail biter. It was like 59-57.
Yeah.
In golf?
No, basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Grissom's
good
pretty good
scoring in golf, man. 59.
Grissom's got a guy going to Alabama, so
I didn't know that.
They're pretty good this year.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an active first session, so to speak, and we are so glad y'all are joining us. It's time to take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Next week, it's an Iron Bowl edition of the Best of Tailgate Talk. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Dakota McNair from West Limestone High School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Addiction can have a crippling effect on everyone involved, leading to health problems and behavioral disorders. SOAR Addiction Recovery can help with their comprehensive and confidential treatment. SOAR understands the heartache and pain of addiction and can empower you to re-engage in a meaningful life. If you or someone you know needs help, don't wait. Call SOAR Addiction Recovery. That's SOAR at 374-3858. Located at 30521 Ardmore Avenue in Ardmore. It's time for you to soar. Call now, 374-3858. SOAR Addiction Recovery.
The world is changing.
The Tailgate Talk app has changed. It's got a new name and a new look. It's now known as PAS Plus, and it's your home for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, along with James Clemens Sports and Calhoun Basketball.
Change never hurt, huh?
Look for the download links at PASnetwork.net or TailgateTalk.net. PAS Plus, Play Action Sports, plus a little extra. PAS Plus from Play Action Sports.
Hi, this is former Auburn safety Rob Tate, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I'm all about said I'm all about that action.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, Old Time Cat here alongside Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we have our Swami of the SEC on the line, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. A.P. Steadham.
Good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Any good things to talk about this week?
Oh, no, they just both Alabama teams getting ready for the Iron Bowl.
Yeah.
They have what I call the family and friends game. You know, you give the tickets to your family and friends. Score. So, Austin Pay and Western Kentucky. So, should be 2 victories. And if it's not, boy, it's a long week. 365 days, yeah.
This was interesting. I just happened to notice it on the scroller today, and I'm not saying this to rub it in with Tom sitting here. I'm not. I just found it interesting. Auburn's only 5.5-point favorite, and then they give the percentages of winning, and they only had Auburn with a 55% chance of winning.
Yeah, I mean, they're not good this year, and Western Kentucky can score.
Well, I know, but it's still Western Kentucky. I mean, at home.
At home. Yeah, you got them. So we'll put them in the undecided category. How's that? We don't want them like they're rooting against them.
But they're playing hard, man. They're playing hard for Cadillac.
Oh yeah, Auburn's playing hard. Yeah, the Auburn's playing hard. They don't want to be embarrassed. They have some pride.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. But
absolutely.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. They, like I say, they must be looking for somebody who's successful. So maybe you won't get that announcement until sometime December.
I look for the announcement right after the Egg Bowl. Yeah, I do. After the Egg Bowl, I think that's when it'll happen. But
no kidding.
We're seeing patented Jimmy Sexton stuff going on. AP. I mean, Dabo's name's been mentioned. Fickle's name been mentioned.
yeah, right. Dabo going to Auburn.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly right. This is Jimmy Sexton trying to get his clients a raise.
Yeah.
And
no pine box involved, huh?
Exactly. Well, Ole Miss, we know they offered Lane a very good salary, but they can't give him anything beyond 4 years due to Mississippi law.
And they had a major corporation sign with them for more NIL. So it looks like Real Tree Outdoors is signed with Ole Miss to help with their NIL. So they're hoping that'll keep him around.
And I'm glad y'all brought that up. AP, you're in it, and you'll understand this, and you can explain it to me as dumb as I am to make me understand. Okay. Why? To me, that sounds like there's a kitty there, a pile of money that these schools are collecting. I thought that it was supposed to be like, hey, I think Joe's a really good quarterback. I want him to advertise for my car lot. Hey, Joe, here's $10,000. Do a commercial for my car lot. What happened? So how did this turn into an accumulation of cash to be able to invite these kids on their campus and say, hey, look, we got, $3 million in our NIL kitty? I mean, how did that translate into that? Because I thought it was supposed to be a free market. If you could get a deal, great. If not, tough.
Yeah, you get in line. Yeah, I think it's all clear as mud to most people.
Well, it's definitely clear as mud to me. I mean, to me, it sounds like
somebody's working some loopholes.
That's not even a loophole. That's just somebody ignorant not writing that in there.
Right,
that's almost intentional. You cannot be that dumb. You really can't.
No, get right to the edge and going over the line for sure. Yeah, they need to have some flags, the officials there to throw flags. But yeah, it's confusing because nobody envisioned this collective business. It was all supposed to be individually. You can get representation, find a deal, you bring the deal to the school has to approve it. My issue was always, if there was a deal that they didn't approve, who's going to arbitrate that dispute?
Good
and then that could get a little dicey. But that hasn't happened because I think these schools are smarter. They're saying, no, let's not get caught up in the weeds because we don't want to be the school that denies a deal.
Yeah.
Because then that reputation will precede us,
Absolutely.
And then we're in a bad way because that is now the number one question with every recruit. What's my NIL? Besides playing time, anything. It's what is my NIL? Because they have all these people around them telling them now that they can make millions. And we all know that, the right guard at, Tennessee Tech, I mean, he's got limited opportunities. But if you're a good-looking gal plays basketball at Fresno State, you might make $1 million, which has happened, right?
Yeah.
You saw those 2 gals from Fresno, right? 2 sisters.
And see, now Alabama has this high tide traditions. Fans can pay $10 a month, and that goes into the NIL. Auburn has
on the victory.
On the victory.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Ole Miss has something about In the Grove or something.
Right. All of them come up with a catchy name. It's like Clemson years ago. Frank Howard, I think, he developed that I pay 10 a year, right? Remember that foundation he had? I pay 10 a year at that time. Yeah, that was way back. Yeah, that was it. They had a basketball tournament named after it and everything. Yeah, wow. I pay 10 a year. It was IPTAY. I pay 10 a year. Yeah.
So are you anywhere this evening today watching games?
I am. I'm going to be going within the hour to Ohio State at Maryland. Once a year.
Yes,
that's right. Yes. I try to check out some, interesting players or potential teams that will be in the playoffs. The last 2 years I struck gold. I saw Notre Dame at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and then I saw Cincinnati at least once. Maybe I guess I saw them once. Play Tulane. I thought they might go undefeated, have a chance. So I'm going for the trifecta.
You mentioned Cincinnati. Funny you should say Cincinnati because Luke Fickell is a name that's coming up as well. Now, I don't know that he would be a target being he's from Ohio State, but he has recruited in the South, and Cincinnati is playing some serious football.
Right, and he's moving on to the Big 12 now, right? Is that right? Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. So he's looking to play in a Power 5 minus Oklahoma and Texas. So maybe he says, well, I thought I was making the upgrade, but we're going to move over here instead. So, yeah, he's a solid, really good coach, and he's fun to interview. He's a good interview at the press conferences. I've met him a few times, and I enjoyed him. And he definitely can coach football, obviously. I mean, you don't beat Notre Dame Marshall did too, but, beat Notre Dame to get in the playoffs. And, heck, when you have 8 or 9 players from Cincinnati in the draft. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and that's some serious numbers. 8 or 9. I mean, how many SEC teams had 8 or 9?
I was just going to say that. That's
Georgia.
That's for anywhere.
Yeah, Georgia was.
Yeah. Pick any league. See who had 8 or 9. Yeah. Texas? Did Texas have 8 or 9? No. Okay, so think about that for a minute. Think about that. He competed against Georgia and Alabama, done very well. I mean, Georgia missing some players, I believe, but Alabama was they didn't have the offensive firepower. They didn't have the receivers. I mean, when I watched them in person, right away I said to myself, well, they have a good football team, but they don't have explosion on the perimeter. They had a nice tight end. They had the transfer running back from Alabama. The quarterback could run, but he wasn't, exceptional. Not a very good college quarterback, yes, but he needed people on the outside. So you come to Auburn, you get, you're right there, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, that region. He's going to get some ball players because he's had a winning record. He's a very good coach. Playoff. I mean, how many coaches can say, hey, I was in the playoff at Cincinnati?
Yeah. So for those Auburn fans who are listening, if Luke Fickell happens to be the coach, it's a good hire.
Man, that would be a great choice. I think Matt Rule would as well. I mean, he's done it twice.
Yeah.
Improved programs from 1 or 2 losses all the way to 10 or 11. I think Temple was a couple times at 10 within the 4 years. And then, of course, Baylor. Baylor, he brought them to new heights and things.
Yeah, he killed it.
Those two guys, different, not from the South, but that is always something that people throw up as a non-hurdle in my mind, really. I mean, Saban, he never coached South, I don't believe, before he came to Alabama. He's coaching in the Big Ten, didn't have many ties. So
he coached at LSU. I don't know if you call that the South.
Yeah, right. But when he first came south, Right.
Yeah.
To LSU. So he did okay, right?
Yeah, he got everything that he wanted off of Interstate 10 in Louisiana.
Yeah, he did everything okay twice so far in the SEC. So that's what I mean. If people who say those things, it doesn't mean anything.
No.
So
you could come from anywhere to coach.
AP, is this kind of a trap game for Ohio State, maybe looking towards Michigan next week?
Well, Maryland played so badly against Penn State last week, 0 points, 30 zip. So, but Maryland usually plays them tough, and they have to play better than they did last week. I mean, 0 points. You spend all week coaching staff saying, what happened? We didn't even score a point against Penn State. Penn State, nice team. Not the Chicago Bears, though.
You're right.
So, I mean, I'm not sure if Tali is going to play, but, he's fired up if he is playing against C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
True.
but it'll be fun to watch them and see what Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State is very similar to Alabama because they recruit so well across the country. They're getting players from everywhere. I mean, they're quarterbacks from California as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They get the receivers. They get the legacy players, Marvin Harrison Jr. They have the speed on the perimeter. The running backs, they haven't been able to run the ball as effectively in the past, but, they're going to put 40 points on you if you don't watch out. If you don't have some good corners, it'll be 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is Loxley? How's his standing in Maryland, you think, AP?
Well, Maryland is a school that if you're winning let's say you're in that 8 to 10 category, I mean, you should be beloved, right?
Yes.
Bowl eligible right now, I believe, bowl eligible. So, but he's got to continue to get better players. I mean, he's in that Big Ten. It's
tough.
It's the big two plus the other teams.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yep.
And so he wants to get into that Penn State, let's say Iowa, Wisconsin in the past, Michigan State. He wants to get into that category, the one tier below.
Gotcha.
If he gets there, I mean, he's going to get a raise. I can tell you that.
Yeah. And a much longer contract.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And there's some, Alabama recruits here, LSU. You get some schools coming here to Baltimore, D.C. area. I mean, Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
USC quarterback from this area.
Yeah.
I mean, we had on our show this week Shane Lee.
Yeah.
From Burtonville, Maryland. So at USC now. So, yeah, there's some ball players. And, of course, Virginia is fertile ground in the Carolinas. And so you got to pick and choose. Then he goes up north some, I'm sure, Midwest. So, Mike's got to get himself a quarterback every year like everyone else. You have to get that quarterback. I mean, it starts with that quarterback, and then you got to get the people up front. I would say those are the two, and then you go for the cornerbacks, right? You got to get people who can cover, and you got to have the people up front. And then after that, if you have the best receiver, you don't. If you have a good quarterback, he's accurate. He gets him the ball. Okay, it's not a 50-yard touchdown, but maybe it's a 10-yard pass turns into a 20, 25. You can win with that style of play. I mean, Alabama's, they're spoiled. All those receivers they had. 50, 70, 80-yard touchdowns. Now they don't have that. You got to drive the field, and you can't make all the mistakes.
That's true.
Well, go ahead. We got to get going.
Yeah, we run out of time. Tell us about your show with you and Kelly, and then we'll let you sign off.
Yeah, AP and Kelly, as we see it, it's a show that discusses all the SEC teams. We keep an eye on college football. We have some interesting guests. It'll be the Iron Bowl week, so we'll come up with somebody. But our past show recently just had Shane Lee, former Alabama USC linebacker. So check us out on our Facebook page. We have all the current episodes and all the archived episodes as well, and we really have a lot of fun.
Thanks, buddy.
Stay warm up in Maryland.
Stay warm, bud.
Oh, you better believe it. Tomorrow I'll be at Carolina, Baltimore tomorrow, the NFL game tomorrow.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Okay.
We'll talk to you soon.
Much.
Thank you, bud.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC, AP Steadham. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
AP Steadham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard every week on From the Press Box with AP on WHEP AM and FM in Foley, Alabama. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on on your side.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling? Paint peeling off your walls? Shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Loose ball taken away. Warhawks have it. Nice little give and go. 2-on-1. Bucket is good.
Join Play Action Sports as we bring you coverage of Calhoun basketball this year. The Warhawks are tipping off their first season on the hardwood in over 20 years, and you can hear live action from men's and women's teams streamed on the PAS Plus app or online at pasnetwork.net. Check out the archives on the Play Action Sports website or on your favorite podcast platform, too. You can also hear select games on Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Calhoun Warhawks basketball is back, and we're here to bring it to you from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is East Limestone girls basketball coach Jessica Thompson, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung, Old Tomcat here alongside Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we have an extension of last week's local signee joining our program today. You may have seen him run in the field at West Limestone throwing the football as a quarterback, but you might see him playing basketball with West Limestone. But he is currently a UAB baseball signee, Mr. Colin Patterson. Colin, welcome to the show, dude.
Welcome, thank you.
Oh, thank you for joining us, man.
Little inside joke.
Tell me an inside joke.
So it was last year. So we go down to Clemens, and when they played Clemens down there, and my 10-year-old, he sees Colin back there and wearing number 16. He calls you Trevor Lawrence because of the long hair hanging out.
That's right. He had the long hair hanging out back
there. This past year, I said, we're going to watch Clemens and West play at West. He said, we're going to see Trevor Lawrence again.
So you, what got you to looking at UAB?
Well, I went down there probably into my sophomore year. Went there on a visit.
Okay.
And, it's really nice down there. They're doing a lot of stuff to their program. They're getting a new turf field and all that.
Oh, okay.
And just their coach looked like he really wanted me, really wanted to help me with my game through the future. So that's what brought me to them.
Cool. Now, do you play, we asked a couple of guys last week, do you play travel ball at all? Or
I did last summer, but I think I'm going to take this summer off just to get ready for college.
Okay.
Now, that field at UAB, is it going to be complete turf like at Vanderbilt, do you know?
I think so. I think because they have like a pretty good weight program and all this. They got a bunch of good athletes down there that they get going to the league and stuff. So I'll try my 4 years.
It's going to be a
there.
great place to be. Not far enough from home, but close enough to home.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
You know?
My daughter was 4 years in the marching band down there at UAB. So, yes, far enough away from home, close enough to get there if you need anything.
Yep.
So,
and, too, they get to play at the Barron Stadium a lot, too. So.
Do you? Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. They got a nice place there on the campus. Yeah, Tojo's microphone keeps dropping.
Tim needs to exchange this one for a new one.
Exchange it for a new one. Get him some duct tape or something.
Oh, I got plans for it.
You got plans for it?
It involves a hammer. Every time I draw that one.
There we go.
Oh, man. So, how's things looking as far as you're having fun with basketball right now, waiting on the baseball? What do you think? We have Steve Owens and a couple other guys on. Justin, come on.
Diamond Club.
The Diamond Club, yes. What do you think about the facilities there out at West Limestone for?
I think that's really been a big part of our team capability because it's helping everybody get in there every day, even without practice, without baseball season. Everybody's getting in there working, getting a little bit better every day.
Yeah.
And I think that's really going to help us in the future in this season.
Well, it's off property. It's privately owned.
Yeah.
And so school's not affiliated with it. So it does give you a little advantage, I should say.
Yes, sir.
What's your fastball? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What's your fastball out now?
I got it up to 94.
I was fixing to say, as far as he can throw that football, I figured at least low 90s, if not mid 90s.
That is some smoke.
That is smoke, dude. Right-hander?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
What do you like about tell us about Coach Griffin.
I think he's a really good coach. He's really nice with all of his team. He's a pretty smart guy. He's the type of coach that will be there for you. He's not a guy that's going to chop you, bring you down. He's really just a big motivator. He's a really big part of our team.
I've known Ryan since he was.
Really?
Yeah, because they were neighbors of ours. So.
They go to Clemens too?
Yeah, him and Brad both did.
Okay.
So what about last night, first basketball game, or
it was our second
down at Brooks, and it's had a little controversy.
Oh yeah, always.
always at Brooks. I mean,
even for football, you have controversy.
Yeah. Lauderdale County, Brooks. I don't like neither one of them. It's going to be something going on, especially with West. West and Lauderdale County is always going to have something going on because they're neighbors.
Yeah.
Kids go to church together and play ball against each other. Go ahead.
So talk about the basketball team. How many seniors I got? And
we have 4 seniors this year. We got a pretty good team. It's just our offense is looking a little slow. We're getting our defense in hang. We're struggling on rebounds, not a lot of boxing out, but I think we're going to be pretty good after this tournament we play this Thanksgiving at Priceville.
Okay.
But we got a really good team. We have a junior as a point guard that's really good with the ball, breakthrough presses a lot. And we got me and another junior that play down low. So I think we'll have a really good team.
So, I'm sorry, Todd.
No, I was just.
So, flip-flop from football to basketball. How hard is it to get going one way from the other instead of throwing, you shooting?
It's a lot different because you're not really used to the shooting motion, so it's going to take a lot longer to get it down. But, it was kind of rough at first, but I think it'll come along.
Yeah, it will. Right now, I believe a coach is probably going to want you to put your tail on somebody and box them out. Right? I'm sure you heard that several times last night. But you'll get there and do it. Let me ask you this, since Jay was talking about the getting the shooting motion down and stuff. Training, when we were growing up, we didn't have all of what y'all have now. Everything wasn't so specific and all that. When you are in the weight room, do you train differently for baseball versus basketball? Do you lift weights at all for basketball?
Yes, sir. We still do the same football program that we usually do, but we're just not working out as much instead of
not pushing as much weight, I guess. Okay. Well, that's good.
Used to, they'd say, no, don't lift weights.
Yeah. We were in school for basketball. They said it would mess up your shooting, not to lift, but obviously they were wrong.
Yeah, obviously. Well, if you're coming from football to basketball, it's not like you got your shot down anyway.
Yeah.
So, and you've been lifting for football, so
And we know Coach Taylor is just such a calm, easygoing, level-headed demeanor kind of dude.
Hey, 1 minute he's bald-headed, next minute he's got hair like a Sasquatch.
I know, right? Can't.
Y'all are killing him, making him shave his head once and never making him want to get a haircut afterwards. What are y'all doing to me?
It's one thing to the next, let it go.
Always.
So what you're going to be majoring in?
I'm going to go there for business management.
Okay.
Do a lot with that.
It's good. You can do a lot with that business management.
Yes, sir.
Now, do they have athletic dorms?
Yes, sir. They have a freshman dorm that they just built. And I think you got to stay in those dorms for about 2 years, and then you can get you a house off campus.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Colin,
and he ain't far from Dreamland.
He ain't far from Dreamland. That's not bad Dreamland. I don't know about the others over there, but that one down in Birmingham's pretty good.
It is thinking great.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
We'll be out to cover some basketball games. Good luck for the basketball season.
Yep.
And we'll be looking out for you for baseball as well. So.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, West Limestone baseball signee to UAB, Mr. Colin Patterson. Good luck next year, buddy. It's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Chandler Moore of East Limestone, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Chandler picks up a gift card from the Athens Applebee's and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and More. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Hayden Blakely from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy. If you're looking for an alternative to the insane prices of buying furniture, appliances, and electronics outright, why not consider rent to own at Buddy's Home Furnishings in Athens? High quality at low prices. Top brands like GE, Maytag, Samsung, and Ashley. No credit approval and flexible payment options. See what you can take home today. Visit Buddy's Home Furnishings in Athens at 600 South Jefferson Street in the Athens Shopping Center. Go online to buddyrents.com or call 206-9505. Buddy's Home Furnishings. Want to howl with the Havoc this season? Now's your chance from Tailgate Talk and the Huntsville Havoc. Just go to tailgatetalk.net and register your name. Then listen to Tailgate Talk Saturday mornings at 10 as we announce the weekly winners of Huntsville Havoc tickets. Howl with the Havoc this season from the Huntsville Havoc, Tailgate Talk, and 1080 WKAC.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show.
So you're a control freak?
It's just a freak show anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Freak Daddy himself, Clay Coleman.
He's live in the Bluegrass State.
What's up, dude?
That's a good voice. Doing good. How are y'all?
Oh, man, that's about as close as I can get to
Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack, or what's that other guy, baby?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm in the motherland, and eventually we'll have some good Kentucky water here in a little bit.
Really? I'm so happy for you.
I'm actually here for. It's going to be Kirby Smart's last day as a football coach, is what I've heard around here.
Oh, wow! I love it, dude. Speak it. Nothing wrong with running that mouth.
Well, that's just what happens with Kentucky. You live on that situation to where if you beat us, it's expected. But if we beat you, you lose your coach, your athletic director, a lot of funding.
Oh man! Well,
yeah, that's going on down on the plains right now. So we're not losing our funding. We got rid of our coach, and the funding's coming in now finally.
Well, hey, we talk about hockey, but I'd heard rumors that they've thrown Dabo Sweeney into the mix of that. Do you think that's a possibility there?
That's Jimmy Sexton being Jimmy Sexton. He's trying to get his man some more a raise at Clemson. That's what that is.
Yeah.
He missed out on that $2 billion Powerball, so he's got to get him some money somehow.
I get, yeah, like Mr. Sexton don't need any more.
Right.
So, what's the latest on the Havoc?
They win last night.
Okay, well, they won last night. Beat Roanoke 2-1. Good game. Kind of had a little mix ahead. Their goalie that came back, Hunter Vorva, but now he's already back, loaned back up into the ECHL again. So they had Latinovic that actually got the big win last night. So
did Tyler hit the winning shot? I don't remember.
Yeah. Yes, he did. With like 8 seconds left to go in regulation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I thought it was towards the end of the game.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good win. Like I said, I wasn't there, but I was following online. It was like I was getting multiple text messages of people, thinking that you hate it. I guess you hate it, but then you like it when someone realizes you're not there. And they either first thing is everything okay, and then they tell you how much they miss you after that. So I think it's
there you go.
Well, I wasn't there either, and I missed Princess Night because I had my Mulan outfit all ready to go.
Had it ready to go? I was looking forward to those pictures. See those.
Tonight's Hunts Vegas night.
Is it Hunts Vegas night? Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So they're having a casino kind of set up in the.
I'm anxious to see how many Elvis people dress up.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight is the night where we get to play Peoria, so always a good situation. Maybe we can humble them from their big win last year, so get an opportunity. But we're just 4 points behind. This is one of those things where you look at yourself in 6th or 7th place, but you're basically 2 wins away from being tied.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very early in the year. I'll be honest with you, I don't know about y'all, but from that first couple of games, and then you get the kid back from the ECHL, and then he goes back to the ECHL. I'm glad Latinovich is back on the pipes, man.
Yeah, that'll be one thing that Glenn and them will have to keep an eye on, will be just the fact that managing the guys that get called up. I always talk to Glenn, it's like you always want the best players, but do you kind of want a little bit of a mediocre team to where at least they're good, but they're not so good that you're constantly having people called up.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, that's a tough line to have to walk.
And it's not a situation where they make that much more money. I mean, they'll get probably $100 more a week to go, but it's good for the kids where they can kind of say, hey, I made it to the next level.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel like they're getting more exposure at that level? I mean, I wouldn't think
I really
a lot.
don't.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and a lot of things, the bad part is that some of the guys, they'll get called up there, but they're still just the backup.
Right.
Especially like in a goalie situation where it's like you're not going in and playing, you're just going, and I don't like that. I'm like, so you go and you travel, 400, 500 miles just to sit on the bench and kind of hurt your current team. So
I get it if you're going to go and be a starter, but not to sit on the bench. No.
Now, do they have a choice? I mean, can
absolutely, 100%. Absolutely.
Okay, so they can tell them to go pound sand if they want. I'm staying here in Huntsville.
Right, and what they'll do, you'll see. I'm not really for sure the teams that they kind of link up with, but there was like a Grand Rapids team and some other ones in previous years that Glenn would kind of have a relationship with them, even though nobody's really affiliated.
Okay.
And it would just kind of be like, hey, if I need somebody, who would you recommend? And vice versa. Like if they had a guy they're going to release, they would, talk to Glenn or whoever, say, hey, we're going to have to cut this guy. He may be a good D-man, or a good forward that you may want to pick up. And they'll kind of have a little bit of a network, I guess you could say, to do that. But yeah, I would think that the least amount of call-ups would be where I would want to go if I was a coach.
That sounds like a bunch of local pickers, if you ask me. Man, I need a lead man tonight. Y'all know anybody? Call old Calf. Call old Johnny Fontaine. He'll hook you up.
Well, it had gotten, I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, there were some change-ups with work visas. And so usually a player that's from Canada would have their work visa, and that work visa would be good across the board. Well, a couple of years ago, they made it to where the work visa had to be filled out for each individual team. So, like if the Havoc got a guy from Canada and he played for the Havoc, they filled out that paperwork. But then if he wanted to get called up or traded to another team or whatever, they actually had to go back to Canada, tag up, get a whole new visa.
Wow.
And do that. So if you notice, like there was a couple years ago where a lot more American players than they had the Canadian players. Because it was easier. Hey, well, I got a guy. I can get an American player today, and I don't have to worry about any kind of paperwork, any kind of extra money. And then that worked out. But now it's kind of, I think they've got it back to where you can have just the one kind of generic work visa and kind of work off that.
Oh, so they were coming down to play for one team, and that specifically said that one team on the visa.
Right.
So if they got traded to another team, they had to go back to Canada to get another visa.
Right. So technically whoever the new team was, probably from a immigration standpoint, would probably be the way you'd want to have it, because you're having someone who technically is not legal, or you're having to go through the process, and then you'd want to know like who is responsible for that person, because then after 6 months or 8 months, whatever that visa works for, they have to go tag up in their country anyway.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow. But apparently that only works if you're Canadian.
Hey.
So Clay, they got the ECHL and the American Hockey League. Are they? When you leave the ECHL, do you go to the AHL? Is that right?
That would be where you would go. Yeah, the call up, or a lot of them will go over. Even there's a lot of. I think sometimes we're sheltered in the sense that we live in the United States and we think we're it, right?
Yeah.
But when you go over to like Germany or all the other countries, I mean, they have that same network of. So sometimes the guys will go over depending on that. Or Australia is a really popular one that guys go to during the summer, because they'll have summer hockey leagues in Australia.
Because it's winter down there in the summer.
Right. So, but yeah, the AHL would be your next step up. We've only had, I think there's been 2 players in the history of the SBHL that actually has made it onto an NHL roster.
Okay.
And so the AHL teams are affiliated with the NHL teams, correct?
Correct. Now that's the farm system for hockey.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And that's one where I've always we've talked about that. The most useless coach in all of sports is the AHL hockey coach, because he literally has no say on his personnel whatsoever.
Yeah.
Really?
Because I see it all the time. Nashville calls a guy up from Milwaukee all the time.
Yeah.
So. Yep. Yeah, the Nashville Predators will have complete control of what they do for their team. So they're just there to manage the game, and that's it.
Wow. Well, buddy, tell everybody how they can get tickets tonight to go see the game.
All right, absolutely. Just give them a call. The main Havoc office is 256-518-6160. You can go and get your tickets, call in, or the box office will open up. I think probably should be open up now, so you can go there. There's a lot of stuff going on around the Von Braun Center. The outdoor skating rink opened up, I think it was last night or Thursday night. So if you want to go down and actually skate in the park, you can do that. And come down. They're going to have before the game, they'll have those casino tables set up so individuals can come and actually play in some fake casino games before the game, and hopefully get a big win tonight against Peoria.
Absolutely. Well, buddy, thanks for joining us. Have fun today up in the Bluegrass State.
Stay warm, brother.
Yeah, it's 30 degrees, so we're ready to be bundled up. So we'll see how that goes. And like I said, I'm hoping this is Kirby Smart's last day as a football coach.
We are too.
Put it on him.
Do it
I know
too,
maybe
brother.
that's a bad thing, but if I'm going to be in the cold weather, somebody's got to be punished, right?
Exactly. That's right. All right, brother. Take care.
Thanks,
Stay
guys.
safe.
Appreciate it. No problem.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Freak Daddy Clay Coleman, our voice of the Huntsville Havoc. It's time to... Oh, that was also on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Hey, we'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Tara Elkins, Paul Streeter, Kerry Wales, Mike Holt, Rebecca Phillips, and Mitchell Wilson, this week's Howl with the Havoc winners. They each pick up tickets to see the Huntsville Havoc in action this season. Enter your name for our weekly drawing at tailgatetalk.net, and you may be one of our next winners. Tailgate Talk will be right back. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Scott Hunter, former Alabama Crimson Tide and NFL quarterback, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tom Cat, alongside Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And this is our week early, I got it that time, week early Iron Bowl show at the top of the hour on the special guest segment sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. From the University of Alabama, Jalston Fowler, and Auburn University, Jermaine Whitehead. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
What's up, man? What's going on, fella?
Man, we excited.
What's up? Yes, sir.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys played football at each respective university during the same time frame. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
I don't know when you played. What years were you there, B-Dog?
I got there 2011. So I played 2011 to 2014, 15.
Yeah, we definitely played each other.
Yeah.
Okay, for the record.
45.
Yeah, well, Jermaine told me y'all had a few run-ins on the field, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, who got the best of them? Who got the...
I don't know.
I mean, Jermaine, did you just come up? Did you just come in and stop that hole? Or Jalston, did you just run over him? I'm just asking.
Coming to meet my man. And they had the best back to the SEC, though.
Yes, they did.
So Jalston, I got this question for you. How did you get the nickname Nudie?
I said when I was a baby, he used to walk around the hospital saying, "This is my nudie baby." So every child it just stuck with me.
So we were hoping that's where it came from. Hoping you wasn't doing that at like 25 or anything.
Walking around campus, or something.
Nah.
So, Jermaine, I'm the only Auburn fan here on the table. So just so you know. We knew we were War Eagle, brother. we knew we were going to be talking about the kick six. Now, were you on the field when that happened?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I hate that play.
I hate it. Great way to beat them.
I'm gonna give you both a question to laugh about. Did you pick on Ladarius Owens for that dance he was doing down the field?
Do you remember that one, Jermaine?
I
we let him make it. I was dancing too.
We've had Ladarius on before, and at the end of the conversation, I'd forgotten all about it. He goes, "Now, when you go back and watch that video, don't make fun of me the way I'm dancing going down the field." Then the next time he come on the show, I said, "Man, what were you doing? What were you trying to do?"
Well, we weren't dancing.
No, he said he was trying to do the prime time dance. It just didn't look like it.
Yeah, I wasn't doing no prime time. I was shocked.
That was
like everybody else in Alabama Nation there.
It was pretty.
Oh yeah. I think I pooped my pants that day.
I didn't. I would have if I thought it helped any right before the play, though. Oh man! So, you guys, let's Jalston. You start with you. What were some of your favorite memories of playing that? You played for Coach Saban, so talk about that a little bit.
Man, it's a great experience. Just like being around the brotherhood and how close knit all the guys were, and how hard and tough it was to play there with Coach Saban because he a professional, so you want everything done perfectly. Kind of make you nervous, try to make try not to mess up around him. And man, it's just like I said, camaraderie, brotherhood, and it's fun.
He kind of has that effect on people, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. Hey, nobody safe with Coach Saban. Not even the coach.
I bet.
So you got a couple rings out of that deal, didn't you, Jalston?
Yes, sir. I got me two. I got me two out the deal.
And the SEC championship ring too, right?
Yeah.
I got two. I got two SECs and I got two national.
Yep. So you got just only a few fingers that are left with that one. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So Jermaine, you played for Coach Chiswick and Malzahn, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So.
And almost got a ring.
Almost got a ring.
Almost.
I was looking at your stats, man. In your second year, you had like 86 tackles, which to me sounds like a lot for for somebody playing in
for somebody play safety, yeah.
But then you had 6 interceptions your senior year, which is exceptional. I guess my question is, and those were under two coaches. Did y'all have was it a lot of defensive philosophy changes or something where maybe you weren't coming in as much to make those tackles, or they just weren't there, or people were scared of you and they didn't want to get hit?
We definitely played under two different schemes under those guys. One was a more quarter defense, more physical defense. That's the one I had kind of the most tackles. And then I came back and played for all DB defense with like a nickel defense. And, man, we were taught to attack the ball. So I made that kind of my goal my last couple of years.
Yeah, well, you did it, and you did it well. I tell you what, ain't nothing like coming up full speed, running up and knocking somebody down, ain't it, buddy?
That's the truth.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. And I want to ask, I guess this goes back to Jalston, too. This is going to be kind of a weird question. I don't think I've ever asked anybody this. But so you scored touchdowns, obviously, at Alabama. You scored touchdowns in the NFL. And the touchdown is awesome regardless of where it's at. But, man, does one have just a much better feeling than the other? 90,000, 100,000 Alabama fans versus whatever, 75,000 Titan fans?
I was that 100,000 make a whole lot better.
I bet.
It's a whole lot better, I promise.
The college atmosphere way better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all both played in the NFL, and you both had fan bases in college that were, exceptional, especially, I'm an Alabama fan, but I got to give Auburn credit where credit's due, and then that place is loud. That student section rocks, and they stand on their feet the whole time and all that. Is there a lot different feel from the college game, just from the aspect of being the atmosphere, not the X's and O's, but just the atmosphere of it?
Yeah, I mean, the fans are more into it in college. I feel like whether win, lose, or draw, they with you no matter what. They got your back. The NFL, you might be in trouble. Somebody get you out of there.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff. You can't do that in Alabama. You there.
That's true. I guess that's true.
So, Jalston, what's it like blocking in front of Derrick Henry?
Man, it was great, man. We was able to build a brotherhood from that. Everybody loves nudity. That's what everybody calls me. I love nudity, boy. You open up them holes for me. Thank you, bro, and all that type of stuff like that. So it's good to see that they enjoy me blocking for them. So they know what I was coming with.
Now, he never did run up your back, did he?
Probably a couple times.
Jermaine, you come in right after Cam Newton, and
yes, sir.
yeah, you the highs, and then you come in with the lows, and then Coach Malzahn comes in, and all of a sudden, you're back on top. It was great. I mean, we didn't like the lows as an Auburn fan, but the top was pretty good.
That's what makes the highs high.
That's what makes the highs high and the lows low. That's for sure. So, outside of the iron, outside of the kick six, we already know that. What's some of your highlights of any particular game you remember? Maybe your senior year, the year went to the national championship game. It stuck out for you.
Yeah, it was a lot of great moments that year. The year we went to the national championship, I think after we lost that game at LSU, man, and just having our team come together like that, you know what I'm saying? We finally felt like we found our quarterback, and man, we just went on the road. Coach Malzahn came in with a great mindset. He already knew us from being the offensive coordinator my freshman year, so he came and fit right in with us.
That's great. Were you able to take anything like that into the pros with you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, once you get on a Sunday, man, it's still the same game. The camaraderie there, the fellas all want to win, and I think that's the biggest motivating factor in the league. Like everybody fighting to win, and the competition level is like the SEC every week. So that would kind of make it exciting for real.
So I'm going to take you to a totally different direction now. Coach Harsin is gone. Coach Cadillac is in charge right now. And the boys, ever since that first quarter of Mississippi State, from second quarter on out, this has been a totally different football team. What's some of your thoughts on that? Especially the defense is playing lights out right now.
Yeah, man, I think Coach, got the boys out up. They're ready to play for such a great guy. He wore the orange and blue, so he know what it means. He know exactly what to say. He know who to tell you who with the team and who ain't. So I mean, I think he was a great choice for this moment right here, just to even bring them back together, get that Auburn feel, and give the fans something to hope for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been doing it right now too. He's got that team and that fan base fired up, and I hope they give him a serious look at that opportunity. And if they don't, whoever does come in would be crazy not to keep him on their staff.
Yeah, they got to. He's a great dude, great coach, man. I never heard nothing bad about him, so I applaud him, and I hope the same.
Yeah. Now, Jalston, there for a while, if I read this right, you were doing a little bit of high school coaching. You're not now, though, right?
Yeah. No, not right now. Actually, coaching my son's little league team, and we have made it to nationals. We're going to battle national championship in Wellington, Florida.
Oh man! So nice. this ain't Pee Wee football up here at Athens Middle School.
No.
You talking about the big little league stuff? That's awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, did you enjoy your time coaching high school ball? I mean, that had to be a different experience.
Yeah, I loved every moment of it. I had some great guys with me, like great guys. They were coachable, teachable. I mean, do whatever you tell them.
Well, I imagine if it's coming from you, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I do what you told me to.
Climb up a brick wall, they'll go and do it. So I love coaching. I love coaching coachable guys and respectable guys. And that's what I had at McGill-Tulane High School.
Oh, so that's where you were, McGill-Tulane. Okay. My friend played.
Go ahead.
That's around Mobile, right?
Yeah, a friend of mine's Catholic school. A friend of mine who played, a friend of my son's, they played college football together, MC, come from McGill-Tulane. So that's a good school.
It's always been a good program, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, they trying to get me back into the high school coaching. I got a friend who's on the Viger football staff. The high school I went to. He called me about every other day. Man, come on, coach. Come on. I'm like, man, I gotta find the time, man. If I can find the time, I'll do it.
Well, some of us are maybe kind of wishing you had some eligibility left at Alabama.
Some of us are wishing Jermaine had some eligibility at Auburn too. So
we need it bad.
So Jalston, you seen the guys come out and say that we've lost our swagger. What do you think about all that?
I don't think we lost our swagger. It's more of like coaching. Like I think we can't get the coaches that we want because Coach Saban's staff everywhere. Like you got Kirby at Georgia, you got Lane, you got Napier, you got
Loxley.
Yeah, Loxley. You got Jimbo. Like you got so many guys that been under the Saban tree and they know the way he coach. I think these new guys can't figure it out. They trying to be like too friendly with the guys, and cause I think they're trying to adapt with the time. Like he was able to coach harder back then than you are now.
Yeah.
I feel like
and I agree, and I think it's hurting us in recruiting a little bit.
Right.
Would you rather go play for Kirby Smart, who's probably a lot more chill than Nick Saban, as far as having a relationship and rules and stuff? Or are you going to go play for somebody that's hardcore? I keep on my sister and two nephews. I don't know what happened to them, but they're huge Georgia fans. They just went wrong on me. But and of course they're running their mouth and do so. Hey man, y'all are really good right now. Y'all are on top. But I keep on trying to explain to them, once y'all start losing players every year early, and you start losing coaches every year. And Kirby's having to run around and grab offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, linebacker coaches, line coaches here and there, receivers. That makes a huge difference having to keep a staff together, and you're losing your players to the NFL too. So if they continue on this path of success, it's going to start happening to them too, and we'll see how good Kirby is. I mean, right now, he's got the players.
Definitely going to start happening.
Yep, absolutely.
Like people want winners and people who can give you results right now.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing. If Kirby keep winning, and some of his coaches start getting better opportunities, and they'll start. I ain't gonna say find the part, but he's gonna have to look for the next best thing.
Yeah.
That's a good question to lead into Jermaine. You guys played. Beat Georgia. I mean, that may be the last time we beat Georgia since now.
Wow.
I don't know.
That long?
Now, I don't know if it's that long. We may have beaten them in between. We had to look that one up. Maybe Coach Malzahn may have. That Carry On was the year they beat Georgia. Was it Carry On that 2014 team?
I think so.
Who was our running back?
Man.
Trey Mason
was the runner. Okay, so they have beaten them one other time. But what was it like? Because Auburn and Georgia, you get down. It's used to be Coach Dye called it Amen Corner with Florida, Georgia, and then one other team, and then Alabama. What was it like beating Georgia, Jermaine?
It was a great feeling, man. That we consider it one of our biggest rivalries too. Kind of like Alabama. You don't get the TV pull, but we go into the week with that same mentality, and that's why we kind of played them back to back in a year like that. We wanted to go and have that mentality in that part of the year. So, that's a big rivalry for us, man. And our fans come out and show up, and watching him catch that ball off that tip, I thought that was gonna be the biggest play of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lewis caught it on the deflection.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the football guys with them that year.
Yeah. That year. Jalston. Listen, this is going to sound ugly, and Tom knows I love him. He's my buddy. But I've always said Auburn has 4-leaf clovers fall out their butt more than any team I've ever seen in my life. And this just ain't year after year. This is decade after decade, brother. But I love my Auburn fans, friends, or whatever.
If the officials had made the correct call, Aaron Murray did not cross the line. He didn't cross the goal line. Jermaine can tell you they probably stuck that head in there and kept him out. They were a half a football short of that goal line. And so
you bring up something I want to ask these two guys real quick. I'm glad you said that. All right, so y'all both played in the NFL. I want to ask you something about the replay rule. So to me, it's just, oh my God, insane. So the other night, watching, I think it was Green Bay and whoever. Was it Green Bay, Tennessee?
Yeah.
And they're reviewing one thing. It was a fumble or something, but there was just a terrible face mask that they did not see. And you can only review what you're looking at. You can't review any. You can't change a call if you didn't see it. So my question, 2 questions. One is, say it's a goal line situation. You know, you got all that massive humans down there, 2,000 plus pounds of hitting each other, and then the officials run up and they look at each other and like, oh crap, I think it's a touchdown. They throw their hands up. And then of course it goes to review. And then they look at it, they're like, yeah, I don't know. We can't tell either, but they called it a touchdown, so it's a touchdown. Why in the world can't they just run up to each other and shrug their shoulders and go, I don't know, and then look up and let the review box look at it, and if they can't tell, just replay the down. I mean, does that make any sense to y'all, or is it just me being a dumb redneck?
Nah. I mean, that is what it is. You can't reverse the call, whatever the.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you can't tell for sure, just don't make the call and just let the replay people look at it. I don't know. It's just crazy.
You gotta make the call.
We just go with it.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta make the call. You gotta have those.
What does that do to y'all when y'all are on the sideline? Like especially man, it's towards the end of the game and it's a real close game, and all of a sudden there's a play under review, and maybe Auburn had all the momentum or Alabama had all the momentum, and all of a sudden now you got this 4, 5, 6 minute delay. As a fan, we think it's taking the air out of y'all. But I mean, do y'all feel that, or does it matter to y'all? I mean, are you used to it?
I mean, it can have an effect, but we got that mentality on to the next play. So, I mean, you just try to keep grinding or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it really, to me, it didn't matter, because sometimes it slows down some team tempo.
Yeah.
And some teams they going at a normal pace anyway, so it don't pretty much bother them. Yeah. But a lot of people, once you're moving the ball, and you slowing me down if you stop to review stuff, and I can't get my plays off. I can't move. And maybe I'm moving the ball too. Yeah. So you're messing up my pace.
Yeah, here's another thing that kills me is the fake injuries, like I'm shot in the leg and you just fall down on the ground.
Oh, man.
They've been doing it like that forever now.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't never had a coach tell y'all to do that, have you? You don't have to answer that. You don't have to answer that. I wasn't trying to set you up.
Ran 100 plays a game.
Now, Jermaine, what's it like playing with Aaron Rodgers? I know he's having a tough time this year, but what's Aaron like playing for?
Oh man, he's the definition of a GOAT, man. Like a real team player. You one that can get his guy going. You don't have to say too much. Real leader, respectable guy, man. Ran the locker room with so much power. That was one of my favorite teammates.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because we asked Jalston about Alabama's struggles, and they're replaying the Alabama or the Green Bay and Tennessee game here at Applebee's where we're at, and I'm like, man, none of my teams are performing up to snuff this year.
Tim's the Green Bay fan of this bunch.
Yeah, he lost a lot last year with Devontae Adams leaving. But,
sure did.
He'll get back to it.
I'm going to say the biggest thing I see from them, they don't have any receivers that can, like a dominant receiver, and that's what he needs.
Yeah. It's like they're just not on the same page.
Yeah.
Well, don't let it go silent. Anybody got more questions?
Well, Jalston. One of the main reasons we got you on. One of the main reasons we got you on this week. You've got an event coming up next Saturday, I think.
Yes, sir. A-Rap.
Okay. What's
A-Rap, Alabama, doing the autograph signing down at A-Rap, Alabama.
Okay. At where?
Don't make me lie.
You're just going to drive down to A-Rap and just start looking.
A-Rap ain't that big.
I've never been there, so I'm just going to make my way.
There you go, buddy.
And look up Coach Osmond, former teammate, former Alabama player, Coach Osmond there with that A-Rap night, so he'll help you find out where you need to go.
Bottoms Up, I think is the name of the place.
Bottoms Up on Sports Bar Grill.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds like a jumping little joint right there now.
Oh, yeah, you get to get some food.
There you go.
I ain't got to get some food.
Jermaine, what are you doing these days, my friend?
These days, man, I work as a accountant for a company called Vertical Communications, an account And shoot, man, just, living my life day to day, being a fan of football and, trying to find me a family and raise my own.
There you go.
There you go,
Nothing wrong with that, bud.
Man, no.
That's it.
Well, we wish you guys the best. And, Alabama's going to be favored, but our Auburn boys is going to come in. They're going to fight with everything they got.
Yeah, always do.
That's for sure.
As always.
Absolutely.
Right, man. Good to see you, bro.
Thanks, Jermaine and Nudie. We appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much.
Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're welcome.
Take care, fellas.
See ya. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Good guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was brought to you on the special guest segment, sponsored by Yellow Hammer Roofing. Jalston Fowler, also known as Nudie Fowler, Jermaine Whitehead, University of Alabama, Auburn University, respectively. What a great interview on our week early Iron Bowl show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Missed part of this week's Tailgate Talk? Go online to tailgatetalk.net and hear the archives. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Need custom screen printing or other promotional products? Got You Covered Screen Printing and More in Athens is, well, got you covered. Screen printing, promotional items, stickers, graphic design, vinyl for signs and garments, and other customized products. They also offer local pickup and delivery services, rush orders, volume discounts, and can customize any project to meet your needs. Got You Covered guarantees to get the job done and will work hard to make sure you're completely satisfied. Call today, 444-4500, or stop by and see them at 800 Highway 72 West, Suite K in Athens. Got You Covered Screen Printing and More. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Got You Covered Screen Printing and More. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Tailgate Talk.
Hey, this is Michael Parker, head football coach at Clemens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tomcat, alongside producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, Todd the Bod Tomlin, Tojo J. Vassar. Our next guest comes to you via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Coach Kevin Pecor, the head coach of the James Clemens Jets Wrestling. I get it out. Coach, welcome to the show again.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Going good. It's funny. I get all my welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and then I say welcome again.
There you go.
It's like welcome back.
It's all that South in you.
That's too much. Little Updike says too much Bama in me. Too much Southern in me, I guess. Oh, me. So how's the wrestling going?
It's going good. We're over here at the Huntsville Fall Brawl. It's a 7th and 9th grade invitational. It's got a girls division. So, I mean, it's a lot of your middle school guys that have never wrestled before. So, I mean, it's a packed house with, people from Grissom, Hazel Green, Hartzell, I mean, all the way to So, I mean, it's a packed house. Guys wrestling everywhere.
So you say 7th through 9th is Liberty. Are you doing Liberty, or are you just watching, or what?
So, I'm doing – I coach the high school in the morning, and I coach the middle school in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So we have 20. We got 20. Oh yeah, very much so. We've got 23 kids in 7th to 9th grade that are wrestling for us. They go to Liberty. I mean, Coach Edwards over at Liberty was awesome. I mean, he was pushing kids my way this year. I mean, that's one of the nice things that we got at James Clemens and Liberty right now. We got some football coaches that are huge fans of wrestling and getting their guys out.
That is great, man. Yeah, keep that roster building and getting deeper and deeper. I've only been to a couple of wrestling tournaments in my life, and it always just seems so chaotic to me because
it is.
You know what I mean? Not just being around it. As a coach, man, how do you keep not just the kids, but I mean you and the staff, like just focused on what is right in front of you and what you need to do, and not worry about all the stuff around you, man?
I mean, we got an awesome booster club that helps keep things organized. I mean, we got a group of parents that have so most every wrestling tournament's run on a website called Track Wrestling. I mean, they got it all pulled up on their phones, and they're constantly telling you, hey, this person's on this mat, this person's on this mat. So I mean, I run a marathon every Friday, Saturday during wrestling season. So I should be a lot better shape than I am right now. But I mean, it's just you got everybody in the stands telling you where people are. So it's cool watching parents go from not knowing what's going on to being like experts with track, telling new parents what's going on. So I mean, it's cool watching the kids and the parents grow at the same time.
I bet. And I mean, you got to have all that help. You really do.
And you probably have some of them going, okay, where's the top rope? My kid ain't gonna get hit with a steel chair, has he? Is he?
I have had some.
Really?
We bring the razors. We're not doing the razors this time, guys.
Oh my goodness.
No ladder matches, nothing like that.
So
that's for the end of the season. That's for the banquet.
Well, we've talked about this before, like during football games and stuff, but wrestling, and listen, I admire wrestlers as much or more than any high school sport from the aspect of the discipline. You have to keep your weight. It's such an individual thing. I mean, it's a team sport, but it's an individual first, really. And I mean, with the sports medicine or whatever you want to call it in technology now, it's probably easier. Back when I was growing up in the 80s, I had friends that wrestled, and oh my God, they'd have to wear those big plastic suits, right, to sweat themselves to death and all that, which isn't healthy. But back then, of course, that's just what we did. You kind of explain to us about the weigh-in process and how often y'all weigh them to keep them where they need to be.
So during match days, they weigh in the morning and in the afternoon, and then they weigh in again when it's actually time to wrestle the match. During the season, during the practice, they weigh out every day after practice. And so before the season, they do a weight certification, and that weight certification tells them how much weight they can lose per week, what they can weigh on what day.
Okay.
And every time you weigh in for a competition, it resets that descent plan. They call it a descent plan. And so, depending on what their descent plan says, we keep them about 2.5 pounds above their kind of match weight. So that way, when it comes down to the match day, all they got to do is get a good workout in, and they've lost 2.5 pounds in a good hard practice.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they're ready for competition that day. They can eat. The older they get, the more disciplined they become with it, and so they'll get down below their weight so that they can eat lunch. They hydrate throughout the day. And when match time comes, they step on the scale and they're ready to go.
That's awesome. That is good. Do you have any trouble with which I know a lot of them play football, so that's probably not an issue with them, but if you have some that are wrestlers only, like possibly, sitting around playing a few video games during off season and eating some chips and, coming in way over their fighting or their wrestling weight?
So, kind of like every other sport, we're no longer 4 months a year. Those guys that are dedicated wrestlers, they're pretty much training 12 months a year. So, when the preseason happens, we got, we talked about before, we got Ironhead Rick Aldridge as our strength and conditioning coach. And so he puts them through the grind. In the postseason during the summer, we're going around wrestling in competitions during the summer. We're wrestling. We go into Ohio and train at a wrestling camp up there.
Wow.
Nice.
So, these guys that are year-round wrestlers are dialed in, ready to go. So there's not a whole lot of excessive weight gain.
That's great. Now, for those that don't know Brick Aldridge, you've seen me probably, Jay, and so me and Brick look a lot alike. So,
oh yeah, definitely. Like twins.
You met me, Coach. You know this.
Yeah, like DeVito and Schwarzenegger.
DeVito and Schwarzenegger. That's an old one.
Man, Brick's a freak of nature, man. He really is. So good. I mean, honestly, that's good for y'all to have him in that position. I'm sure he's really good at what he does.
Oh yeah, very much so. I mean, especially, he's coached at the Division I level. I mean, he's played at the Division II level. So I mean, he brings a mindset that a lot of those kids that want to go to the next level. Hey, here's a preview of what that's going to look like. I mean, he's trained at Auburn, he's trained at Appalachian State, which I'm not a big fan of as an ETC grad. But
I can see that.
I mean, so it's nice having those guys that have seen behind the curtain that can kind of tell you what's going on.
Yeah, and he can get on the mat and show them.
Oh yeah, very much so.
He sure can.
So I got to keep him away from the chairs.
Yeah, I've seen him throw a few.
Was he at that thing that we went to? No, he wasn't at that one?
No,
okay.
He wasn't at that one. No. Okay. Well, tell us about your next upcoming high school event.
Say again?
Your next high school event, when is it?
The next high school, we are wrestling at James Clemens on Tuesday night against Athens.
Oh, okay. Wow. There you go.
Our high school is going to wrestle their high school. Our middle school is going to wrestle their middle school. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. Guys getting competition in. And then the next Tuesday, we're at Hazel Green. And then the first real big varsity tournament of the year is at Huntsville High School, December 3rd and 4th.
Okay. Now, at the state level, I don't know why I'm even thinking this. Do they combine 6 and 7A, or is it just 7A only?
So it's 7A only. So it's 1A, 4A, 5A, 6A, and then 7A.
Oh, okay.
So,
I knew there was some sort of division. I just couldn't remember what. Okay.
Yeah, 1A, 4A are grouped together. 5A and 6A used to be grouped together. Then they separated them because there's just so many schools. And then there's 7A.
Okay, great.
Coach, how many seniors you got this year?
This year we only got 3. Now I have 18 sophomores.
Wow.
So here in 2 years, when you ask me how many seniors I have, I'm going to be able to say I've got 18 or 16 seniors. I've got of the 23 middle schoolers, I've got like 13 8th graders, 10 7th graders. So I mean, it's really starting to build a program. I mean, Clay Coleman's helping out. I mean, there's a lot of things that are coming together that are taking a team into a program.
And when we talk to you in a couple of years, you better be holding a blue map somewhere.
Hey, that's what I mean. We've got the individual blue maps. Now we got to get one as a team.
There you go.
Well, it sounds like you're well on your way, man. If the kids will do what's asked of them and told of them, you got great coaching staff to lead them. So, yeah, we're rooting for y'all.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Good luck, man.
Good luck today on your meet.
Y'all have a good one.
You come back anytime. Happy Thanksgiving, buddy. That's the James Clemens Jets wrestling coach, Kevin Pecor at the Liberty Middle School.
Wrestling God.
JBL.
That was, his phone call was via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And it's time to take a quick break. We'll be right back here listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
You can help Limestone County student athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
This is First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Mason Butler from Clemens High School, and I love First National Bank. They make it easy for me to balance school, work, and my social life. With convenient services like online banking, bill pay, and the mobile app, I can take care of my finances without having to worry. I can check my balance, transfer funds, and I was even able to apply for my checking account online. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. Addiction can have a crippling effect on everyone involved, leading to health problems and behavioral disorders. SOAR Addiction Recovery can help with their comprehensive and confidential treatment. SOAR understands the heartache and pain of addiction and can empower you to re-engage in a meaningful life. If you or someone you know needs help, don't wait. Call SOAR Addiction Recovery. That's SOAR at 374-3858. Located at 30521 Ardmore Avenue in Ardmore. It's time for you to soar. Call now, 374-3858. SOAR Addiction Recovery. Keep up with Athens and Limestone County sports with a Play Action Sports Report. Look for it every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform. The Play Action Sports Report. Scores, interviews, highlights, and more from school, youth, and amateur sports in Athens and Limestone County. The Play Action Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform or online at pasnetwork.net.
Hi, this is former Major League catcher Ed Hearn, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tomcat, alongside Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and we have the coaches Elkmont in the house, the boys, the girls, Coach Eric Smith, Coach Sam Wallace. Well, y'all are not even on the First National Bank hotline today. Y'all are in studio.
In studio.
You smell the appetizers as they walk on by.
Not coming to
complete experience.
The complete experience.
Yeah. So, Coach Smith, have y'all just played the one game last night?
No, sir. We played 3 previous.
Okay, I knew that. We were talking about that before the show started. I'm like, they've had to play more games than that so far. I was just looking at Max Prep. So.
We played Wilson, then we played Rogers, then we played Richland, Tennessee Thursday night, and then last night at Tanner.
How'd that Richland game go? Them boys always play tough when you go up there.
We actually played them at home.
Oh, you played them at home? Okay.
And it was they beat us 63-61.
Oh, man.
It was a fun atmosphere. It really was.
Yeah.
Played very hard.
Well, last night at Tanner for both y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boys lost, girls won, correct?
They did.
Yeah, Tanner girls seem to be struggling this year. Coach Wallace.
They're down. Yeah, they're not. They're not
polite.
They're not typical Tanner.
No. When I saw that score, I went, "What?"
Yeah. We played better. We've struggled to this point this year, but we played better last night, just from an execution standpoint. When the ball goes through the circle, it's a little.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think we were 14 for 26 from the 3. So.
Wow. That's lighting it up, dude. Hot dog.
Now, previous, we're shooting 21% on the year. And then
Coach Smith's over here looking like, I don't think we did that on the boys' side.
No, they did too. They shot it well too.
Did you?
Well, we actually did. The first couple games, we did not shoot the ball well. And Thursday night, we finally saw the turnaround. We made 13 threes Thursday night. And then last night, we actually made 15 threes and still got beat.
And there's something else.
But we did not match the we lost the turnover battle. Let's just put it that way. And it cost us.
Well, let me ask you this. Was it it wasn't like effort, though, right?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I didn't know how to really word it.
No, Tanner's famous for crashing the boards.
Oh, they're always so athletic and long. And
they out-rebounded us a little, but we battled them so hard. But we shot the ball well. We just gave them too many possessions on the turnovers, and they're too good for that.
Oh, yeah. You can't get more opportunities to score than what they deserve.
No,
so.
you can't help somebody like that out, and we did, and it cost us. But no, the effort was outstanding.
Yeah. Now, either one of y'all playing in Thanksgiving tournaments this year?
We're not playing a tournament, but we're both playing down at Wallace State on Monday.
Nice.
We both play Central Florence at Wallace.
Oh, man.
We play at 4 and they play at 5:30. They're out.
Getting the kids prepared early for what they'll see towards the end of the season. That's right.
Let's hope so.
It was a good recipe for us last year because the whole year we could point to, hey, this is where we want to be. This is where we want to be. This is where we want to be.
Yeah.
And last year was great for us. We eventually got there. So.
Good for y'all.
That's a fun atmosphere too.
Oh heck yeah, man.
Hope we get to experience it this year. But we were talking about our shooting numbers. We shoot so many different drills a day, every day. And it's no secret, we don't have any height at Elkmont, so we're going to have to play that way.
Yeah.
But I think most of our improvement came from watching the girls. Coach Wallace does a wonderful job at practice. And we watch their practice when we're waiting to go second, and we learn a lot watching those girls shoot the ball.
Well, it probably helps when they walk in the hallways. The girls are ragging the guys, going, "Yo, y'all can shoot like me."
Absolutely, it does.
And how many threes did you make last night?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It is. They do a great job at practice, and our practice habits have gotten better from that. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's everything Coach Wallace does is like competition at practice, and the shooting drills as well. And we incorporated a little bit of that into ours and just made it, some days we go even, some days we go varsity against JV shooting drills, some days we go class against class, whether it be freshmen and juniors against sophomores and seniors or vice versa. Yeah. It's, our varsity and JV a lot of times practice together.
Yeah.
So we incorporate a lot of that into competition style, and losers usually end up on the line.
Hey, that makes you better right there.
Absolutely.
You do not want to run.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'll make you play a little defense too.
It does.
It does.
It really does, and it gets a little intense sometimes.
I'm
sure. If you take that mindset onto the floor, we're going to be in good shape.
And you're going up against teams sometimes, like you said. They're just taller, a little bit maybe more athletic, and you can only do what you can do and try your best, and and hopefully those are the nights that you're going. About 15 from 20 from threes or whatever.
We were laughing. I don't know how it happens, but we make the joke about, Elkmont just doesn't have height. I don't know why, but Ardmore's usually huge.
Yeah. Some in the water at both places.
Yeah, it skips to West, and they're huge, and then it just skips right over us. But Wilson had a 6'5" guy pushing 6'6". Rogers had, it's 2 or 3 6'3s. It's not 6'5", but they play long. And then Richland had 2 6'6" guys and a 6'4" to go with it.
And you can box that all you want, but if you're 6 inches shorter, it just don't matter.
And then, of course, last night, Tanner has a 6'6" guy, and then they have Skylar Townsend, who's one of the best athletes around.
Year after year.
Yeah,
it's just in their water, too.
So
they just rebound the ball, and it's tough.
So you couldn't get Leighton back to help you out with these big guys.
He's contributing information from the stands.
Along with his mama, I guess.
No doubt.
It's along lines of, Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Oh, it is. It's fun.
Well, Coach Wallace, tell us about the girls. How are you feeling so far? Obviously, pretty good start.
Played tough schedule. We're 2-4. We lost. Let's see. We played at Vinemont first like tip-off tournament of the weekend or of the year. Lost by 3 to Vinemont. We beat Huntsville. We come home. We hosted Wilson. Lost in overtime to Wilson. And we went to Rogers. I don't even need to say how good they are. And they beat us 4 at their place. But I really like our group. I do. I've told them that. Like I believe in you guys, and this ain't the NBA. I can't cut you and trade you. All I can do is coach you.
Yeah.
And our kids believe. They believe in each other, and I think they believe in our system. This is year 5 for us here at Elkmont. We had a lot of success last year. So I think our kids believe in what we're doing. When the ball goes through the net, we're okay. Like it was last night.
Has it been 5 years?
I was just saying the same
Time
thing,
has
man.
flown.
And you've been there.
Isn't he getting old?
Yeah, I got a 2-year. I got a 2-year-old.
You got a baby. You got
How
a
long
young
you been there? 8, 10?
This is My 7th year up there, 5th year as head coach.
Wow.
Coach Wallace and I started head coaching the same time.
When I got to Elkmont, I wasn't married.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They're
you got a
live
2-year-old.
the last 5 years.
Now I've got a
it's just-
2-year-old. He
yeah.
turns 2 in December. He turns 2 on New Year's Eve. But no, for us, like we hadn't shot it good for us. Last year, I think we shot around 30% from the 3 last year as a team, and we're shooting in the low 20s right now.
Where would you want it? 30 plus, I guess.
Anything around 30 is fine with me.
Okay, I was gonna say that sounds like a pretty good.
So
percentage.
I'm a math guy. I'm gonna give you a little bit of math. So for us, we try to shoot layups, threes, and free throws, and the reason being is those are the most shots, points per possession. If you heard Coach Oates talk about this, you know where I'm going. If we can shoot 30% from the 3, that's 0.99 points per possession.
Yeah.
Okay. If we can
Analytics
shoot,
guy.
Yeah.
Yes,
If we can shoot 50% from 2, hopefully layups, no mid range.
Right.
That's 1.0, and that's the sweet spot. But the best shot you can shoot is go get fouled and get to the free throw line, because you only have to shoot. If you shoot 70% from the free throw line, which I feel like is average for a high school player, that's 1.4 points per possession. So that's kind of where we're trying to live. Anything 1.0 or above is good. Last night against Tanner, we were a 1.51. So that's like elite.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
No, that was a good night.
But when you shoot 14 for 26 from the 3, that's
going to make up a lot of ground. Yeah, absolutely.
And me and Eric talked about this. We have a lot very similar philosophies about how the game should be played. Don't neither one of us walk it up. We both believe in pressure defense. Neither one of us are big. I've got one post player. He's got none. So, and my post player fouls a lot. She knows that. So we end up with 5 guards. And
She's
anyway,
tough.
now she's a great player for us. Ella does a good job for us. She's a good rebounder too. But shooting covers a lot of things. Like if you shoot the ball well, it's hard to guard shooters.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's devastating to the team too. I mean, they're here. They are trying to defend you, man. They're working hard, and then all of a sudden you bust a 3 on them, and they're like,
yeah.
Oh my.
And the other thing is, if you got 3-4 shooters on the floor at the time, they can't play box and 1, they can't play triangle and 2. They got to come guard a 3, which opens the floor up, and that opens those driving lanes up. And then now you're getting what we call the rack. Get to the rack, and you get fouled, get to the free throw line. The more you shoot, the more you do that, the more they start helping. And it opens 3. It's just if you can shoot the 3, like Steph Curry has
he's changed.
Michael Jordan is the greatest player in the history of basketball.
Amen.
Period. But Steph Curry, I would argue, is probably the most influential player in the history of basketball, just because how he's changed the game.
He has, but in my mind, not really good.
I'm not saying it's good.
I'm just saying because there's one Seth Curry in a million people. I mean, you know what I
agree.
And that's what everybody wants to do, right? They see it and they want to emulate it.
Yeah.
Obviously, y'all aren't going to be too happy if somebody comes up and pulls up from the timeline, or what used to be the timeline ain't there no more. But
for him, it's a layup, though.
For him, it is. I mean, it is nothing to him, and it's amazing.
It is amazing.
But if you can shoot
it's not just him anymore.
Yeah.
There are other,
But if you can shoot the 3 in today's game, like it just makes
it opens everything.
Offense so much easier, because they have to respect it. And the more they have to respect it, the more they have to respect it, the more it opens the floor up. The more it opens the floor up, opens driving lanes. When you don't shoot it well, they can sit in the zone. They can play really, really tight defense. But when you're making shots, it's just hard. It's a lot of fun for us to play that way, because we don't have anybody on our team right now has a red light. We will eventually probably, but right now we don't have anybody has a red light. So everybody's got the green light, and they can pull it anytime they want to. If they're open in rhythm.
I'm sure they're enjoying that thing. As
if
long as they got that green light.
If they're opening, like for us, if you're opening in rhythm, I'm good with it. If you're covered, don't shoot it.
So you let Sam compound your numbers like that?
I was going to say, if you're waiting on numbers like that from me, you're probably going to be waiting a while.
Coach Wallace is a lot younger than us.
Oh, absolutely. If I need something technology based, that's where I go. But he. Going back to Curry, we were fortunate to go watch him a couple years ago. Leighton and Landon and me and Melissa all went, and his warm up is just legendary. He was out there, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours before the game, and what he goes through in his pregame warm up is just incredible.
I've seen videos; it's amazing.
And his half court shot was still the same form that he uses on his 3, and it was just. He didn't struggle.
And he's not that big of a person.
No.
I know they listen about 6'2", I don't know, 6 foot maybe, and thin.
Yeah. What he goes through on the floor that they don't show, he was taking elbows to the chest everywhere he went. It's just amazing. But going back to about the 3, when Leighton was a senior, we chose to go play in the Plainview Christmas tournament. You know, Plainview's there every year. I mean, they can just play. And they've won it twice, I think, and been in the finals a couple more times. Well, you know, playing them on their home floor, you know, we knew they were good, but when you have to go play that and the style that they play, and Coach Wallace has been in Coach Coker's workshop a time or two, but the way they play, they put 5 shooters on the floor, and if you don't guard them, they're going to shoot your eyes out. And they can all put it on the floor. So we try to teach our kids, either you're a threat or you're a liability, one of the two. And if you can't do both or either, whichever way you want to look at it, then in today's game, you're pretty much limiting yourself to playing time.
Let me ask you something. Obviously, you can teach form. You can work on shooting all day long, you know. But do you think you can really teach somebody to shoot really good?
Yes. I think you can, but until they do it under the gun, we preach game speed all the time at our shooting drills. But some of them don't get it until they actually go through it in the game and think, I couldn't get that shot off. You know, they can sit there and work on form, and we do that every day. But until we speed it up and play at game speed, and they don't have all day to get the ball set
and rotate, you know.
Right.
I think John Carter would tell you that.
Yep.
That shooting can be taught.
So I don't know. To me, it's always been either you can shoot, or you can't.
So
you can improve. You can be
Right.
crappy and get average, or you can be average and be great.
Well, okay,
But,
let's just
you know,
put it like
I think
this.
some people are just born out of the womb.
Yeah,
They can put the ball in the hole.
Let's put it like this: like some boys are born out of the room throwing 84, 85 miles an hour.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? And but you can do things to get to 92, 93, 94. And then you take a kid that's shooting 75 or throwing 75. You can teach him how to throw 82. Can he throw 94? No, he can't throw 94. But he can throw it. So there is a ceiling for every
That's
kid.
what I'm saying.
There's a ceiling for every kid, but every kid can shoot it and be like I don't know the word I'm trying to use here, but like have to be respected on the floor as a shooter. Like some kids are going to shoot 45 and 50% from the three just because that's a God-given ability. But some kids are going to shoot 33, 34%, and that's their ceiling, and that's okay because every kid has a role. We talk about all the time with our kids, and the Bible talks about the church, and the eye has to do its job, the hand has to do its job, the foot has to do its job. If our post players stepping out shooting threes all the time, like we're not going to be very good. So, like, everybody has a role. Somebody has to be the janitor, and somebody has to be the CEO of a company. And if the CEO tries to do the janitor's job, and the janitor tries to do the CEO's job, your company's gonna fall apart.
It's gonna fail. That's right.
So, like, we try to use that to teach our kids. Like, you got a role. Just do your job. But do your job and do it well. And if everybody does their job and does it well, we'll be okay. 5 playing as one. That's why basketball is I would argue football is probably the greatest team sport because there's so many different pieces that have to be good. But basketball is poetry in motion.
When it's done right,
it's beautiful, and 5 people have to play as one. If you have one person that doesn't do their job,
when
tell
it's
our kids
all
all the time.
sync, it is
We've been a bad rebounding team this year, and I tell our kids if one kid doesn't block out for some reason, that ball always gravitates towards the person that didn't block out. And so to rebound, you got to have 5 doing their job, and if one don't do their job,
hey, did you hear that? Hoosiers reference. 5 single players functioning as one unit.
There we go.
And that's the way it is.
Gene Hackman.
Right on it.
Our practices aren't designed for your enjoyment.
That's exactly right. We use that term quite often as well.
I'm just sitting here thinking if he ever decides to stop coaching, he's got a career in motivational speaking.
There we go.
Oh, absolutely.
Just right there, ready.
Yeah,
complete with mathematical numbers and everything.
Hey, analytics guru.
Everything we do is stolen. I promise you. I've stole it from somewhere.
Hey, you know what? Somebody stole it from
Somebody stole it from Liam.
Right, yeah.
Hey,
So,
one last thing. I don't know if we're close to the end or not, but when he was talking about avoiding the mid-range, I don't guess avoiding it, but
it's gone.
I mean, growing up in the Jimmy Drake era, did you kind of shudder a little bit when you talked about passing up the mid-range, or do you remember the Kent Warner days of firing it from the corner? Or
oh yeah, I mean, with us, you know, when we played, I think you were young enough to have 3-pointer, right?
I was a senior when it came.
Okay,
in.
we never had.
You were old.
Well,
absolutely. I realize it every day.
I'm older than him, and we didn't have a 3-pointer. It wasn't even there.
I won't tell Donnie's story.
Me neither.
But I think that's changed. That's why nobody can hit a 15 or 12 footer anymore, because it's either you're at the rim or you're behind the line.
You know, this
nothing in between.
Kind of goes along with it. But when we do shooting drills, I don't know why it is, but we shoot the 3 better than we do the elbow.
Oh, I'm sure.
It is amazing to me as a team. I consider it free throw line. It's
Yeah,
elbow
absolutely.
and elbow.
Yeah.
But we shoot the three better in the drills than we do the elbow shot.
Do you want the analytic version why mid-range is a
Lay
bad
it on me,
shot?
Coach.
Here it
Let's
is.
hear it.
Here's the analytic version for why it's bad. Okay, so if you shoot 33% from the three, that's average for a high school kid. That's 0.99 points per possession. You have to shoot at least 51% from the mid-range to equal.
But that's
to
on the
equal out.
that's when you're on the other end of the court
Yeah.
getting a turnover.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Say I'm an old guy.
I hear you.
So I would say play defense, work your
Yeah.
tail off, and get the ball back. And I would say the next time you go for a layup and you kick it outside of the corner,
Yeah.
you're gonna come over here and sit by me on
We
the bench.
shoot layups. We love our phrase is we love layups and we like threes. We want layups number
And that's
one.
where the game's changed.
But in order for that mid-range shot to be worth anything, you have to have a kid that shoots it at least 51% from that shot.
But nobody works on it, though.
Exactly. Now, if a kid proves to me in practice they can shoot it at that level, then I'll let them shoot it. But we ain't having anybody do it yet. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed our analytical version of basketball. No, I'm just playing. Coaches, thanks so much for joining us. It's time for us. We're fixing to call it a deal and let our sponsors take us on out of here. On behalf of Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, my name's Tom McClung, Old Time Cat. We ain't got to go home, but we got to get ourselves up out of here. We won't be here next week. War Eagle.
See you in 2 weeks.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Whoa. We can't leave on that.
Roll Tide.
Bye.
If you're looking for an alternative to the insane prices of buying furniture, appliances, and electronics outright, why not consider rent-to-own at Buddy's Home Furnishings in Athens? High quality at low prices. Top brands like GE, Maytag, Samsung, and Ashley. No credit approval and flexible payment options. See what you can take home today. Visit Buddy's Home Furnishings in Athens at 600 South Jefferson Street in the Athens Shopping Center. Go online to buddyrents.com or call 206-9505. Buddy's Home Furnishings.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Quality Vinyl is on your side. Quality Vinyl in Athens has been in business since 1987, offering great prices and service the whole time. What has changed is the technology of their products. From vinyl siding and shutters, sunrooms and screen rooms, to doors, windows, columns, and rails. Quality Vinyl, located on the corner of Highway 72 and Reed Road in Athens, just 6 miles west of I-65. Call 232-2665 or visit them online at qualityvinyl.net. Quality Vinyl is on your side. You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.